The honorary degree will now be conferred. Mr. President, will you present the honorary degree candidate, Sheila Fraser?
Mr. Chancellor, as Auditor General of Canada, Sheila Fraser has held herself and her office accountable to the highest standards of truth and fairness. Her courageous stewardship of the public trust has earned her the respect and goodwill of all Canadians. Sheila Fraser first distinguished herself as a chartered accountant with the firm of Ernst & Young, where she was responsible for a wide range of private and public sector clients. Quickly recognized for her penetrating mind and sound judgment, she was asked to participate in assignments with the Auditor General of Quebec, as well as several departments of the Government of Quebec. Subsequently, she joined the Office of Auditor General as Deputy Auditor General in 1999, and just 2 short years later, she was appointed the Auditor General of Canada, the first woman to hold this office. In this capacity, she has brought her vast knowledge and experience to bear on many important issues of the day, and she has done so with a degree of insight, public-spirited determination, and impartiality that is truly admirable. As a result of her diligence and tenacity, Parliament and her fellow citizens are far better informed about major issues affecting the health, safety, and environment of Canadians, such as national security, food safety, the state of the salmon fishery, and the regulation of medical devices. Throughout her remarkable career, she has also given generously of her time to her profession, chairing important committees of the International Organization of Audit Offices in an effort to strengthen environmental auditing and the independence of legislative auditors throughout the world. For her many outstanding contributions to the auditing profession, she was awarded the Prix Émérite in 1993. The following year, the Ordre des Comptables Agréés du Québec made her a Fellow, and in 2000, the Chartered Accountants of Ontario also made her a Fellow. Sheila Fraser has said that success in government means the responsible management of public funds, greater transparency, and increased accountability to Parliament and Canadians, all of which are vital to strong public institutions and a healthy democratic society. And indeed, since the day she took office, Sheila Fraser has worked tirelessly toward these ends. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the University and the Senate of this University, I ask that you now confer upon Sheila Fraser the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Sheila Fraser, by virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa. Dr. Fraser will be hooded by Dr. Bill Crane, Associate Vice President, Academic.
Stand and face the audience. Shake hands with the Chancellor first.
Congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
I'm going to escort you over to a table. Sign the register.
It is with pleasure that I now call on Dr. Sheila Fraser for her convocation address. Dr. Fraser.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the Senate, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I am deeply honored to receive this Doctorate of Laws degrees, and I thank you most sincerely for bestowing it on me. I am also pleased to have an opportunity to speak to the members of the 2004 graduating class, and I congratulate you all for completing your studies. When I was invited to accept this degree, I must admit that I wondered what I could possibly share from my own experience to inspire you. But as I thought about it, I realized that there were some parallels between what I do, legislative auditing, and life in general. So I would like to take this opportunity to share a few of them with you. Here we are at Simon Fraser, a university named after an explorer who navigated a wild, uncharted river and lived to tell one of the most exciting tales of Canadian history. And anyone who reads the account of Simon Fraser's voyage to the ocean can't help but be impressed by the strength of his courage and determination. When he and his crew paddled westward along an unknown river, it was without a clear idea of where they would end up. And I have to tell you that it's the same for legislative auditors. When we start an audit, we don't always know where we will end up and what we will find. Where will the journey lead? What unexpected twists and turns, hidden rapids and whirlpools will we encounter along the way? So in a sense, the journey that we take through life is much the same. Like Simon Fraser, we are all explorers on a voyage of discovery, and there are no predetermined endings. You, the class of 2004, are indeed fortunate. The knowledge and skills that a university education has given you will serve you well as navigation tools. Something else that auditors experience are that the numbers don't always add up, or that there are at times problems in the way programs are managed. And when that happens, difficult questions must be asked. As Auditor General of Canada, my job is to provide the information that Parliament needs to hold the government to account for its stewardship of public funds. To do the job properly, it is critical that the Auditor General have the freedom to operate independent of the government of the day, and fortunately, my office enjoys that autonomy. Independence allows me, in fact more than that, impels me to communicate frankly and forthrightly with those who are responsible for the resources entrusted to them, even if it means voicing criticism. During your working life, you may find yourselves in situations that require you to do the same. And if so, I urge you to muster the courage and stand up for what you believe to be right. In auditing, as in many other professional activities, the devil is in the details. The facts cannot be varnished, and there are, I believe, good reasons why auditors are often called bean counters. Auditing is a rigorous and exacting undertaking, but to understand why we focus on small things, you have to look through a large lens. The audits we conduct are not aimed at examining government to find fault, but rather to make government better. While it is our job to be critical, ultimately I believe that we play a key role in maintaining the confidence of Canadians in government, thus building stronger public institutions, a better country, and a healthier democratic society. And I urge you to take the same broad view of your place in the work world. Look for ways to tie what you do to a higher purpose, one that you believe in, one that will inspire and motivate you. And if you adopt that attitude, I'm certain that you will find more meaning and a greater sense of contribution. Now, I do hope that I haven't made my work sound completely devoid of humor and fun, because that is not my outlook on life at all. And people who know me know that I love a good laugh at work, and that's because I enjoy what I do and the people that I work with. We all spend so much of our work at life that we owe it to ourselves to take pleasure in our efforts. To be happy, fulfilled individuals, Work has to have more meaning than just the paycheck that is attached to it. And I have to tell you, when I began my career, I made a promise to myself, and that was that if I wasn't having fun, if I wasn't learning and enjoying my work, that I would change my job. I know that it's not always an easy thing to do, but it's not impossible, and it can lead to places and experiences that you never imagined. So I'd like to leave you with one last thought. If you approach your life with the goal of remaining positive and determined, learning all that you can, doing your very best, holding fast to your values, and believing in your own unique gifts, not only will you taste success, but you are already a success. Let me finish by wishing you much joy as you start down a new path through your journey through life. And I thank you very much for this great honor. It means a great deal to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fraser.